these incredible speeds while carrying such huge loads? What modifications are made on the vehicles? And why the rush in the first place? Willis Raburu answers these questions on the second and final part of the Miracle Speed. Let's take a look.
You've seen the speeds, the maneuvers, the amazing rush to transport Miraa. From the self-proclaimed kings of the road. But how do they attain such speeds? How does a fully loaded Miraa car take 2 hours and 15 minutes from Meru to Nairobi when a PSV would take 5 hours? And how come they have few or no accidents? Just how are these vehicles always in top gear, and never mind their heavy load? Let's find out. Ever wonder why, apart from the speeds, the Miraa vehicle causes little or no accidents? That they have an enviable and almost impeccable safety record even as they carry heavy loads at almost breakneck speed? Well, Mohammed Warsame, who has been a driver for over 11 years, tells us why. He says it's not as easy to become a Miraa driver.
Na hii driving school inaweza kuwa upewe 2 kilometers uendeshe hii gari vile kuingisha gia na kuitoa peke yake. Hii kwanza mimi nachukua experience ya macho. Vile huyu driver anaendesha gari. Vile ana engage, vile ana disengage. Kutoka hapa mpaka Mandera ni 1500 kilometers. Nimekaa naye mwezi moja bila kudara hiyo gari. Sasa hiyo macho imekuwa total experience. Okay, siku ile atanijaribu kuendesha, atajaribu kunipatia gari niendeshe, sio atanipatia kilomita moja. Unaona? Nitaendesha akiniona niko sawa, ananiambia okay, twende kazi. Lakini driving school mimi mwenyewe nimepitia. Uweze endesha zaidi ya 2 kilometers, 3 kilometers.
It's clear that the speeds then are a work of a rigorous training and eventual vetting process of their own. After all, the Miraa brings in about $1 million shillings turnover per trip. But why the high speed? One may be tempted to ask, why can't the cars and drivers stop over and take the trip the next day? Well, it's all about the quality of cat, or Miraa as we call it.
Na ile kitu inabeba ni very perishable. Unaiogopa iungue. Unaiogopa iwe expired because it is one day expired. Ile umebeba leo ukipeleka kesho kutwa haiwezi uzwa kwa sababu kesho kutwa kuna nyingine itenda. Barabara ni mbaya na gari lazima ikimbizwe kisasa.
Man and machine, the mix that makes the Miraa cars tick or move at super speeds while laden with a huge load. But there exists a backstory. In Maua, in Meru town, we find this garage. Now, it's not your ordinary garage. This is where critical modifications are made to the vehicles, the Miraa vehicles. It is here that the cars are tweaked to make them super perform, if you may use such a term. It's an intricate and delicate affair. But because of the speeds and huge loads, it is a really costly affair.
Okay, kuna bush ambayo unaenda night trip mbili. Each ni 500. Unabadilisha bush 4. Okay, isitoshe kuna brakes. Brake ya mbele diski gari inatumia trip 3 ama trip 4. It's 12,000 shillings. Ikienda 4,000 kilometers inafanyiwa engine service, oil service. Oil service inaweza kula kitu kama 10,000. Hii magurudumu kila moja inauzwa shilingi 22,000, 23,000. Magurudumu ya mbele na ya nyuma sio sawa. Ya mbele ndio bei kali kuliko ya nyuma. Ya mbele moja ni 35,000. Kwa sababu barabara mbaya haiwezi tumia 6 trips.
But perhaps the biggest modification in the car is the additional leaf springs. That's why no matter how heavy the load, the car remains stable and does not incline like other loaded cars. Once the modifications are made, then it is time to get the car on the road. Perhaps an interesting thing about the vehicles is that different types exist for different places. These Toyota Land Cruisers travel to Mandera and parts of northeastern Kenya, an area that has some of the roughest roads in the country.
Gari ikivunjika mahali ni hasara nyingine kubwa. Lazima uangane taa ya gari na mawe na miti, ndio wewe unaangalia macho hivi usiku nzima. Hata pengine maisha yako ya macho itakuwa kidogo sana kwa sababu ya kuangalia taa.
Then there are those that go to Nairobi, and the latest entrant after the night travel ban, the lorry that itself has been modified. Look at the sides, cut off for aeration purposes. These vehicles will leave Meru and head straight to Mombasa. They too do a considerable speed, day and night. They are on the road to deliver miraa. The miraa business is the golden goose for residents of Meru County. Like any business, it is constantly evolving, and its many beneficiaries have the necessary motivation to adapt to the ever-changing business dynamics. They say they will continue to find more ways to make the green gold that is miraa put food on their tables and see their children go through schools. Willis Raburu, Citizen TV, Meru County.
Many thanks indeed, Willis Raburu, for that report. We totally appreciate. Okay, let's move on to another issue, a story that is very important, and I believe all those pupils who joined Standard 1, they've been waiting for this very moment, waiting for the moment this particular gadget will be unleashed finally. Now, former Information Permanent Secretary Prt2 Demo is encouraging more schools, and especially those in the rural areas, to fully incorporate information technology in their curriculum for a better future. He was speaking today at the Juja Preparatory Senior School in Kiambu County, where he was launching a laptop project.
A young schoolboy demonstrates, and quite amazingly at that disability is no inability, typing away on the computer as effortlessly as the next student, and proving that opportunity is for all who are willing to partake in it despite the challenges. The show of determination, the highlight of a laptop initiative at the Juja Preparatory School in Kiambu, where leaders, including former Information Permanent Secretary Prt2 Demo, provided laptops to all, even as they challenged schools, especially those in the rural areas, to incorporate technology in their curriculum. The school laptop program, meant to kick off this year, is yet to be rolled out, with the government still working on the logistics involved. Evelyn Omboi, Citizen at 1.
All right, there have been, different moves to cut down on spending in relation to the government. And there has been a proposal to perhaps review, should we have the 47 counties? And there's a proposal to actually cut down, reduce the number of counties from 47 to perhaps 14. What do you think of that move? Should the number of counties be reduced to cut down on spending? Should the number of counties be reduced to cut down on spending? You can send in your comments. The number is 22422. That's 22422. Kindly include your name and location after your yes or no. Please also add a sentence or two, and we'll be sampling some of them when we come back in this particular bulletin. In the meantime, let's take a short break. We'll be right back. Don't go away.